So here's your little tip. So y'all saw I just turned the water on. This, some people don't, but I just like to. I usually like to let all this water run through the hose for a little bit, especially, you know, while I'm getting it plugged up and all that. Just let the water run, because I don't know if y'all could hear, but when I first turned the water on, there was air coming through these lines. There's actually a little bit of, see? All that's air coming through. So, and a gas pressure washer, not a super big deal, but I have learned these electric pressure washers, I don't know, they're a little, at least this one is, a little bit of weird having some air in the lines. I mean, it don't cause any damage or nothing, but it's just a little bit weird having some air in the line. So I just let it run like this, you know, while I'm getting it all plugged up and stuff. So there's your little tip for that. All right, and every time you plug it up, you do have to push this red button right here, and that gets it ready. Okay, so our test subject for today is, well, for today, tomorrow, I'll be doing some different stuff with it too, some different testing. But today, we're gonna be washing my dirt bike off. So, really, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, if you own a business, like if you wash people's driveways and houses and stuff, this pressure washer is not for you, because as we'll do here in a minute, I'll show you the specs, but it's only 2,000 PSI, and really, if you're trying to wash concrete and get stains off of it and stuff like that, it will do it, but it just will take forever to do it. And plus, you know, it's a little more convenient having a gas pressure washer. You don't have to have a cord and all that stuff. But for this stuff, this is exactly why I bought it, because I didn't want to have a 4,000 PSI pressure washer, you know, blow your graphics off your dirt bike, stuff like that. So that's exactly why I bought this thing, is for just, you know, little stuff like that, like this. So this will actually be a great subject, because I done exactly what you're not supposed to do. I went riding and did not wash my bike afterwards, like directly afterwards, and yeah, now all the mud and stuff has got hard on it. So it'll actually be a great test, because all the mud's already hard and stuff like that on it. So yep, we'll get to washing, but before we do that, I'll go show you all the specs on, why am I pointing to my dirt bike? I'll go show you all the specs on the pressure washer. Okay, so I'm not going to read out all the specs, because I just take too much time, but I'll let y'all see, let it focus a little bit better right there. So y'all can pause the screen if y'all want to and just read over the specs, and if you don't want to, you can just keep watching. All right, we'll get to washing now. It goes together just like that. I've given it plenty of time to run all the air out of its system, so you can get a little water on you when you're doing this, but not that big of a deal. There you go. Now, obviously, the pressure washer's not on yet, so it's not doing anything. You know, you can let all the air run out of the handle. As you can hear, there ain't much air coming out now, so we are good to turn it on and get to washing. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Well, let me turn the pressure washer on first. Okay, so one thing I like about this, now I'm pretty sure this is standard in electric pressure washers, but I'm not really sure. So whenever you hit the handle, you know, you hear the pressure washer come on, but whenever you let off the handle, or the trigger, pressure washer cuts off. So especially if you live in like a very populated area or something, you don't want to make your neighbors mad, this is really a great option, because, you know, let's just say, you know, you want to wash a little bit, you let go and it cuts off. And it's not even that loud anyway, but, you know, it cuts off every time, whereas the gas pressure washer is just going to sit there. So I'm not against gas pressure washers, nothing. I'm just, you know, giving y'all specs on this thing. Okay, so all this mud has been sitting on here for about a week, so it's, you know, it's had about a week to harden, so there you go. All right, so there you go. That's just one side of the dirt bike. Not a whole lot. There was a lot of mud, obviously, but it wasn't like super thick mud. But I mean, as you saw, it done an absolutely great job. Like swing arm down here where it was really packed. I mean, it cleaned it right off. So obviously, it don't like a a gas pressure washer. It's got a lot of psi. It's not gonna like blast like this hub up here. You know, it's got stains on it. It's not gonna blast that off because I mean it's only 2,000 psi. But it's also not gonna blast your graphics off and stuff. So that's what I really like about it. It works great for stuff like this. Now we'll get to wash. Sorry, I got my phone on my tripod. So now we'll wash up under this fender here. Obviously, this is where a lot of the mud is. You know, it gets all packed in there. So we'll wash up under here now. And I mean, I already know how it does because that's another thing. I've had this pressure washer for it'll be coming up on it'll be coming up on 1 year now. And this pressure washer's been absolutely great. I've had no problems with it. I do have to say, I did have a pressure washer, this same as our pressure washer before this, and it actually did have a problem. It would, every time, you know, like I showed y'all earlier, you let off the trigger and it would, you know, supposed to stop. Well, the other one I had, it wouldn't stop. It'd just keep running, which is not what it's supposed to do. So we did have to bring that one back. Got this one. This one's worked great. So I do have to say that though. You know, we did have one that was bad, but you know, that happens. So we'll wash up under this fender now, and I'll kind of show y'all, you know, how it does under that. So as y'all can see, cleaned it right up. Now that wouldn't, if you gotten some like clay kind of stuff and let it sit, it would probably be tougher for it. But I mean, it went right through that. As you can see, there's still like a few dots of really hard stuff. But I mean, for the most part, it done great. All right, so I will be showing y'all the foamer too. I think that's pretty cool that it comes with one of those. So I don't have actual soap that's meant for foaming stuff. So we're just gonna go with some like car wash stuff, but you know, I'll still show y'all how it works and all that stuff. It just my soap probably won't foam up like it should. All right, there we go. That's how it looks on there. So I'll show you kind of how it works. So like I said earlier, it's not gonna foam up because I don't have soap meant for that, but I'll still show y'all. So there you go. As you can see, it works great. If I had soap that was meant for foaming, it would probably work better, but it does work good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wash the rest of my dirt bike off. I'm not gonna film that because this is a pressure washer review. This is not a video of me washing my dirt bike really. But tomorrow we're gonna be doing another test. Well, I've actually done it before with the pressure washer before I had my channel actually. But it's an aluminum ramp, and you know, over time, metal like aluminum out in the weather and stuff will get stained and stuff like that. And it gets pretty, you know, baked on there, especially with the sun and stuff. And yeah, it's fixing to come a storm. I better hurry up. So we're gonna be doing that tomorrow, which will be like 5 seconds for y'all. But that'll be a good test for it, and that'll kind of show y'all, you know, what it can do and stuff like that. So I will catch y'all tomorrow. All right, so it's the next day. Here's the ramp I'm talking about, just the aluminum ramp right here. Up there, it's a lot more dirty up here, as you can see, just stained and stuff from dirt and whatever. So, got the pressure washer right there. So, we'll get to washing. This will be a pretty good test for it. I've done this ramp last year with this thing, and it done pretty good last year. Obviously, you know, a gas pressure washer would be, you know, better for this. But like I said yesterday, you know, if you have a business, if you're doing stuff like this every day, a gas pressure washer's, you know, gonna be better. But for, as y'all saw, like washing a dirt bike or something like that. It'll do great for that. And it'll do this. It just takes some more time. So, you know, if you're just doing stuff like this occasionally, it would be fine for that. But if you're doing stuff like this every day for a business or something, probably not your way to go. But we'll get it washing, and I'll kind of show you how it does. Here's a test. You see that bee crawling on the ground out there at the ramp? Let's see what it does. I don't think it done him no good. So, I know how you're supposed to start, you know, from the top, work your way down. But for the video purposes, I'm going to start kind of right here on the actual ramp part. Well, the whole thing's a ramp, but the slope to kind of show y'all. And then over there, because it's really dirty up there on the flat part, I'll do a close-up there, so. Okay, so here's how it looks after pressure washing. So really, you would want to put some soap, or not some soap, but aluminum acid or cleaner, whatever. That would really make it shiny, but that's just really the reason I didn't do that is because I don't have any. But that's, you know, just what the pressure washer can do without any soap right there. As you saw, it removed a good bit of it. There is still, you know, a good bit left. It did not make it, you know, super shiny, but honestly, you're probably not going to get that without some aluminum acid or something. But, you know, if you had a big gas pressure washer, it would probably do that a lot better. It would probably, you know, get most of the stains off. But right up there, I'll do like a close-up now and kind of show y'all. And also, we're going to be doing, it comes with 2 nozzles. This is your regular one, you know, just sprays, you know, flat. And it also, I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I know they have a name for it. This one right here, and it kind of spins like a tornado, like a circle. We'll be doing that here in a minute. Because I've had this pressure washer for almost a year now, and I have learned for really tough stuff with like mold or not mold, but just like dirt and grime and stuff like that. If it's really packed in there tight, this kind of does a little bit of a better job. But I'm not exactly sure what it's called. They have a specific name for it. I'll put it up on the screen right now. But this I'll be showing this to y'all too, and just kind of, it don't spray. It's not as quick because it well, y'all will see here in a second. It's not as quick as that head, but it does spray a little bit better. So I'll show y'all that. Okay, so this is just with the regular head, the you know, just flat. So we'll do half of this ramp with the flat head, and half of it with the tornado thing, whatever it's called. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and change to that other nozzle, the one that spins. I'll show y'all how that does. Like I said earlier, it works better for stuff like this, you know, really tough stuff, but it is slower. It takes a little bit longer, but yeah, I'll show y'all that now. All right, so as y'all saw, the head that spins done a lot better job. It, cleaned it a lot better, but it is just a little bit slower. You have to wait because, spinning really fast, and if you just go, it leaves, streaks and stuff like that. So you do have to take a little bit of extra time. And, I mean, it's not, like, loud, but, it does have some sound to it, especially if you get, like, a corner or something. I mean, not a big deal. It's not that loud. But, I did find myself going over where I went with the flat one, back with this one. So I do have to say this one is better for, really tough stuff like that. But, I mean, as you saw, the ramp is not, not beautiful. It's not, shiny like new. But really, even if you came with a very, like, a 4,000 PSI something, it still ain't going to be, like new. You would still need some, like, aluminum acid or something. But it definitely looks a whole lot better. And, yeah, if you're doing this every single day for a business, this is definitely not your way to go. And it is a little, it is a little inconvenient having to run the cord and all. But if you're doing stuff like this, I only do this once or twice a year. So, it's pretty good for that. Okay, so it's currently a week later. I was editing the video and realized that I forgot to film the last part, and that was going over some of the features of this pressure washer. So it's currently 10 o'clock at night, and I have to film this because it's Friday, and this is going out 10 o'clock Saturday, so tomorrow for me. But we're going to be going over, very, very briefly, we're going to be going over some of the features this thing has, and some of the stuff I just didn't explain earlier in the video. Okay, so the first feature would be, it's pretty obvious, but this hose reel here. So, if you notice, this is called the re110 Plus. If you get just the re110 without the Plus, it comes without this hose reel. And I'm not exactly sure how much more the Plus is, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you it's worth it. Because this hose is super easy. You stretch it out as far as it'll go, and then it don't matter if it's twisted or whatever. All you got to do is just reel it in, and somehow it always straightens itself out, and it just reels up super easy, super quick. So, I would definitely recommend getting the 110 Plus because that hose reel is very nice. Okay, so the next feature, not like a really big feature, but this handle here has a lock on it. Focus on that. So, right now, unlocked, you can do this, but if you lock it down, it won't go. So, I mean, there's that. I've never used it, but that is a feature. So, you can lock the handle. Okay, so another feature I have, I actually really like this one, and I use it a pretty good bit. So, you see this handle's up all the way. Well, I don't have a tripod with me, so this can be a little shaky, so sorry. But there's this little button right here, and you push this button. Well, that's real shaky, sorry. And then you go on down. Something's blocking it. Right there's blocking it. There you go. And there you go. And you can make it a lot shorter, a lot more compact. So if I'm putting this thing in the back of a truck or something, you can just shrink the handle down when you want to put it back up, push in that, and then there you go. The handle's up. So that is a feature that I really like on this thing. And besides this, I don't really know if you call this a feature, but it does have this side door right here. That's where your nozzles go. Not 100% sure what that place is for, but you do have that there if, I have no idea what it's for. But if you had what that's meant for right there, you could put it there. So, not really, I don't really know if you'd say it's a feature, but, got a little side door there. So, that's pretty much all the features it has, but I really do like it. I've had this thing for pretty much a year at this point. Haven't had any trouble out of it, and have definitely used it a good bit, and definitely a time saver washing a dirt bike, compared to a water hose. So, thank y'all for watching the video. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, go down and hit the like button and smash the subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you do get notified when I make another video. But thank y'all for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next one.